everybody, welcome back to my channel. I have been out today for lunch and I got a bit drunk.
Because I know you do the tipsy team selection, but you're not like a big drinker, are you?
No.
But today you've had what, 6 cocktails?
Yeah, don't out me. But I messaged Az, to be fair, on the way to drinks, and I was like, I don't know if I want to do Tony anymore, and I've been hyping him up so much, and I feel bad going against what I've literally just uploaded. So then I thought, you know what, let's do an impromptu tipsy team selection and eat 100 nuggets, because why not? Az hasn't drunk anything, so you've stocked up on some ciders.
Well, I've had sort of half a cider. I'm trying to catch up, but you're quite far ahead. I haven't eaten anything really today.
I was just dancing to my own intro music, and Az was like, "You're a little bit drunk, aren't you?" And I was like, "Yes, I am." I've also got, so we've got 100 nuggets. We're gonna start off a box at a time. If Delia's in the chat, now would be a really good time to be here, because I absolutely hate the sound of people eating, and I'm really conscious that I don't want you all to hear us eat. So we think the microphone is far away enough that we can do some quiet crunches. But
as long as one of us is talking while the other's eating, unless we're both
and we
sat
lean
here,
away.
Yeah, if we're both sat here eating at the same time, then it's
So the idea
weird.
of this stream is that by the time we've cleared 100 nuggets, we will hopefully have figured out what to do with my team. I think that's the
aim.
Yeah, I've been very, very confident in what I'm going to do this game week, and it's completely backtracked. I've just had a message from work. God, it's 8 p.m, people. I'm drinking.
I'll eat your nuggets.
Oh, Mez is in the chat.
Can I start the nuggets now?
Yeah, away though.
Nugget 1.
Mez is in the chat. Good morning. Can't think about nuggets. Need breakfast though. Slightly hungover. I hope you had a good evening. I think I told you already. I'm doing a live stream with Mez, which is long overdue. Really, really looking forward to it, and I need to get you onto my channel as well, so we will figure that out once I
That's a good nugget.
understand how to set things up. We have got Tom O'Connell with a shocked face. Welcome, Tom. Hello, guys. Good evening. Is there any chance Bradley starts? So he's back from his leave now, isn't he? So I think there's a good chance he starts. Whether he plays both games, I'm still not entirely sure.
I think he almost certainly starts the first game.
Yeah, but
And
the
then
second
he
one is, the doubt. Yvette, hi, this is a surprise. Yep, it's a surprise to both of us, I won't lie. Monkey Man's in the chat, hello. And Michael is also here. So let's get straight into my team. Now, I uploaded my video earlier this evening. No, I didn't. I uploaded it this morning. My transfer...
Well, you're going to say what happened to your video last night?
I did say it in my video, in my recording. I recorded, how late did I record last night? 10 p.m? And then the microphone's muted, which is...
I said to you, I've been there. I've been there before, and seeing you come in, and you came in with a big smile on your face, and just went...
I've given up.
No audio.
To be fair, it wasn't the best video that I recorded, because I spoke about the confidence I had. I was like, I can have De Bruyne, Tony, and Bradley in my team, and then I checked, and I was like 2 million off, and I was like, that was a waste of time to record. So that was a solid 10 minutes.
Big thing with nuggets, by the way. Key thing, we've been going on about air fryers.
Oh,
The main reason I wanted an air fryer was to reheat McDonald's. Reheated these 2 boxes of nuggets. Unbelievable.
Shocking. We've got some questions in the chat. So, Salah says, the Porro injuries put me in a tight spot as I don't want to play Robinson against Villa. This is the one time this season that I felt quite happy that I don't have Porro in my team. It's a really, really tricky one, isn't it? I think it depends. I mean, Robinson versus Villa, I don't know whether I'd just go for it, or maybe if you're taking a hit, I'd probably go for maybe a double game week player to try and ease the pain. But have you got Porro still? You haven't,
No, I sold him last week, and I'm happy with that. Robertson, Robertson's going to concede. Villa are going to score in that game.
Yeah.
If you haven't got Doherty, I would get rid of him. Get another Arsenal defender.
Luton.
Get a Luton defender. Take a punt on maybe like if Van Dijk, if you've got the money to go up to him. Loads of Ake, if you haven't got him and you haven't got Free City. I wouldn't want to play Robertson this week.
No. We've got Supero says nuggets or chicken select.
We haven't even started yours yet.
Gone for nuggets. I know, because you're munching
I'm
away.
half box down.
Well, you've got a question coming, so do you want to finish that nugget? I'll cover the next one.
That
And
nugget.
then we'll transfer. Honestly, I can't explain. I cannot stand the sound of crunching So I feel like I need to lean back.
This is all your idea, this stream. And it's like specifically us crunching into a mic.
I've said this to you before though. But so originally when I was thinking about this, I thought we'll get rid of the green screen and one of us will sit in the corner.
Nuggets.
I hate it. Nuclear atoms. That's how Az's brain works. He uses a state-of-the-art machine just to heat up nuggets. I mean, the
Absolutely.
boy loves beige food, so
Absolutely.
let him live. Oh wow, Tom says I brought in Ake last game week and he's paid me back already.
What a move that is.
Yeah, I think I'll bring in Ake this week.
It shows the different things of FPL because there's some people that have transferred in Allison, like Praz,
Oh, yeah.
ready for the double game week, and then he gets injured. People transferring in Ake, Vardiol gets injured, he's an even better option.
I need to talk about Dow. Dow tweeted me earlier today and he has got a dilemma, a benching dilemma, which I
Oh,
thought
there's a lot of them around.
yeah, I will cover. Where are we? So, reckon I may be pronouncing that wrong.
How's the chewing, by the way? Am I being too loud?
I just heard you chewing. I was like, oh. It's fine. You live your life. Why don't you finish that box and then we'll
Okay. Was in a box at a time.
Yeah.
Right.
Time for triple captain card. Yes, I didn't even cover this in my video. I just feel like it's a given this game week. The only other triple captain I would be tempted by is Solanke, but so far he's had quite a low ceiling. Obviously he's got the double in 28 and I think it's the perfect double for most players, but not Solanke. If it was Haaland, Sheffield United at home, losing at home, I would have no qualms about it. Whereas Bournemouth recently haven't been looking the strongest. Solanke again, I mean, recent game weeks. Was it Mark said last night he's had 3 shots in 3 games? It's not good at all. Obviously I didn't have him in game week 18. I transferred him out for his massive 17 pointer against Forest. I think if you are feeling wild, hold off until game week 28, the double for Bournemouth, go for Solanke. But I think Haaland is just the one to go for, especially with Haaland's ownership at the moment. It's a very boring way to play. And the thing is, if Haaland blanks this game week and you haven't used your triple captainship, you will be so smug and so excited to activate it. But for me, I just think it's a no-brainer. It's like the best player in FPL. Chelsea defensively, not great. Again, Brentford defensively, not great. So I think I would go for it personally. Geddy says, good evening, good evening.
One thing on that,
Go on.
because you've just mentioned benching dilemmas.
Mm-hmm.
At what point do you consider the bench boost and not the triple captain? Like, because I'm seeing benches with like Palmer, an Arsenal defender, you know, a playing goalkeeper.
I still think I'd like to save them for the doubles. If there's a double, I mean, if you're you just whip it out when you don't even realise. And the bench boost.
What about my chips?
But yeah, I prefer to save it for a double.
Well, it is a double.
Yeah, what if you've got double game week? Oh, I don't know. I'm drunk. Yeah, I suppose if you're not convinced on Haaland, triple captain this game week, go for the bench boost. Because I wouldn't mind. This week, at the moment, I mean, Saliba is not going to be benched. We'll swap him over. If I was to transfer out Trent, I wouldn't mind playing Palmer. And then Pinnock does have the double. I could benefit from that potentially. I don't think it's very... I don't like Brentford defensively. But if you had a stronger bench than mine,
I think you're exactly the kind of person I'm talking about. Because if you did Trent to, let's say, Doty, for example, and then Bernardo to Foden, that is a damn strong 15.
Yeah, but really, Pinnock on the bench, Palmer on the bench, Bravka on the bench.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically you're leaving your bench boost till 37 if you're not playing it now, because that looks like the best double game to use it. But that's a long time to wait, and you've got a wild card and have a bench in play.
The thing is, you talk to me like I'm someone that's planned my chip transfer.
To be fair, Mark and I hadn't even thought about chips until about 10 minutes before the stream yesterday, and then we panically listened to Planet FPL.
I like FPL Dalmatian says, here to see Az throw up chicken nuggets.
All right.
Lovely.
16 down.
FPL Med says, I brought Bradley in, 1 star at least. To be fair, I think it's a really solid transfer. He's really cheap. From where he's come in, if I go on to the transfers, I mean, his game week history is absolutely insane. Because I was really, really tempted by Bradley. But I mean, when he played against Chelsea, 21 points. Against Bournemouth, 8 points. He's good going when he comes on. And the ownership at 3.5%, he could be the ultimate differential. So I'm definitely not against him. And 4.1 million, I mean, he's less than half of what Trent is. Plus he's got the double. I think it's definitely worth the punt.
Their defence is interesting, isn't it? Because how much of an impact of all these injuries going to have? It's it's Alisson's out, so Keller we think is going to be in.
Yeah, and that brings us on to anyone punting on Keller.
Bradley, Canate, Van Dijk, Robertson. It doesn't It's not the most inspiring back four.
Yeah. David
bad, but-
says, as has to dip the 100th nugget in the cider, no excuses.
I'll do that.
He will. He'll dip the 80th nugget in there. Rumours of Haaland maybe missing a game with the double. Thoughts, guys? Yeah, I've heard the rumours. Obviously, he's got a family bereavement. I think he's going to play them, though.
There's absolutely no way Haaland is going to miss a game in this double.
No.
No way.
I feel like more would have been made of it if it does happen.
I think it was like, I think it's like when it's like Bradley's obviously missed a few games because his father died and it was a big shock. From what I understand, it was Haaland's nan who, it wasn't a surprise. It's been coming.
Oh, I mean, that's
for a
still
while.
sad.
I'm not saying it's not sad, but I'm saying I don't think he's going to miss the game for it, personally. I mean, he might, maybe he will. Maybe they were really close or whatever, but I don't think it's going to happen.
No. FPL veteran says, so many captain triple Haaland. There is more upside in another playing scoring more. I'm KDB locked. Thoughts. Hope the hole was good. That is fun. And one of my dilemmas this week is about bringing KDB in instead of Tony. And I'm a little bit nervous as side. So he's going to have some thoughts once he gets through his final nugget.
One
That's
box
probably
done.
a good time for me to start on my box. But the holiday was very good. Thank you very much. We had a lovely time. And I sent as a photo. I was on the train home today after many delays. And I was like, oh, this time of week, look where we were. And then you just said, don't.
Yeah. I can't believe it's been a week since
but
we
I'm
were...
going to back off now and get through my nuggets.
I'll handle this. I think I've done a pretty good effort with those 20.
You have done. We've got like every dip under the sun. It's quite exciting.
I got through like 12 and I looked and I was like, there's a lot of nuggets left. Down to 20. I mean, I talked about this with Sam on the Q&A earlier. I mean, she is also looking at potentially a KDB triple captain. I mean, I just don't agree with there's more upside in other players scoring more. I don't agree with it because there is no player with a bigger upside than Haaland.
Everything goes through Haaland.
He has the biggest potential 4 points in a double game week of any player in FPL. So putting the triple captaincy on the KDB, yeah, he might get a hat trick or 4 goals like he got against Wolves a few years ago. But realistically, the odds are against him doing it. So I don't know. I just think when you're using your triple captainship, you're triple captaining the player who you think is going to get the most points over the season. And that is Haaland with 2 home games. Having just returned from injury with De Bruyne back, nearly a full strength squad. Like you mentioned Solanke later, you're not just backing De Bruyne to do well or Solanke to do well. You're backing against Haaland blanking or getting a lower return. Like I just can't see it. Like Haaland is more than likely going to be the highest point scorer this week, and he could even end up the highest point scorer of the season in this double game week. So I think you captain him
Massively.
That's my take on it.
I just want to say quickly, good evening. Charlie said, good evening, McDonald's Munches. Charlie was there. I might one day, I'm going to start my, what's the called? Channel memberships. I'm going to start that up this Sunday. And I might post on there one of my first FPL videos, which I haven't even shown you because they're so embarrassing. But I started my YouTube channel like 5 years ago. I think I did 4 FPL team selections. And then they were just terrible. I didn't know what I was talking about. And then I stopped. But Charlie was there from the start, which is absolutely crazy. Because honestly, if you watch them, there's a bit where I'm talking about Hugo Lloris. And I'm like, fun fact, he became a goalkeeper because he wasn't very good at running.
Is that true?
It's something like that. It's so embarrassing. But Charlie was there from the start. So thank you, Charlie, for joining.
Good man.
Now hit 5,000 subscribers. Whereas before, I think I had about 7.
FPL Dalmatian, if you eat all 100 nuggets, I'll take a -12. Well, we're not ending the stream until all 100 nuggets are gone, are we? So
we'll be here till the deadline tomorrow.
Yeah, and the good thing is because they're in boxes, we know how many we've both eaten. So one of us can't. We both have to do our bit.
The woman at McDonald's was like, "You realise you're ordering 100 nuggets?" And we were like, yeah.
My favourite bit about the McDonald's was like, "I'd like 5 boxes of nuggets, please." And she was like, "That's 120 nuggets." And I was like, "Nah, it's 100." Yeah, it's fine.
We also got hamburgers to try and break up the taste.
Yeah, they're hopeful, I think. Are you doing the sauces or are you just sticking to ketchup? Mm-hmm. You're just sticking to ketchup. Okay, fine.
I'm going to try this. What sauce have we got? Because I've never tried another McDonald's sauce.
They're not as good. The ketchup is the elite one. Had Kelleher since game week 14 on my bench since the last Alisson injury, buying some lotto tickets. Yeah, I mean that's gonna be my transfer this week. Kelleher in. For
do you want to go on your team?
Yeah, for Turner. I mean, I if anyone watched Black Box last night, I know I was debating Watkins to Tony, which is also a favourite move of yours that you're thinking of as well. I mean,
mine will be Solanke to Tony.
I mean, this is my team. I can show you my team how it's set up for the week as well. Oh, this is your team. I was so confusing.
No.
I was like, what's Areola doing? Anyway, my team is Martinez in goal, Trippier, Gabriel, Doty, Saka, Foden, De Bruyne, and then one of Palmer, Garnacho, or Estupiñán.
Oh.
I think it's probably going to be Garnacho, but benching a player against Sheffield United doesn't feel great, especially when it's a player for my own team. But I think that's probably the right move.
Are Villa playing Fulham?
Villa are playing Fulham away. Yeah.
Away?
Yeah.
I'd be quite tempted to go Palmer over Watkins.
Would you? Interesting.
Because of the whole grudge match thing, which has kind of put me off. And I feel like Fulham at home, Craven Cottage, they're a little bit more feisty.
City at home, though. I know they'd be conceding stupid goals, but I
just feel like Palmer just finds a way to... I'm benching Palmer this game week as it stands. But I feel like Palmer finds a way to score.
Yeah, I mean, you could be right. I think whichever one I bench out of... Because those four are the ones... Because pretty much everyone else has got
the
double.
way your luck is going...
At the moment. Well, I benched Garnacho.
You'll be fine. Yeah, but the rest of your team will
benching,
returned.
though. De Bruyne last week. Garnacho the week before.
I was anti-benching De Bruyne.
You were. You did say.
I did say.
Anyway, my moves this week would either be Watkins to Tony...
Woo!
But I think now, doing Turner to Kelleher, keep Watkins for this week, and then next week I do Darwin to Tony. I think that's I think that's the way I want to go. Actually, no, I can't do that because I can't afford Darwin to Tony.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Live panic. Yeah, no, I can't afford that. That ruins everything. Oh god, we need more nuggets.
You went a bit into like rapping then. You were like, I can't do that. I've got two things to say. One, when we were on holiday, Az kept imitating how other people speak. And then he was like, my friend. And this weird like accent came out. It sounded like my dad.
Borderline racist, isn't it?
Secondly, what was my second point?
Brilliant.
What did you just say?
I don't know. Nothing of any note.
Chat and it will come back to me.
There's something about Tony, something about Kelleher, something about...
Accents.
You the one that mentioned accents.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Good.
There's a lot of people in the chat. Chris is in the chat. Good evening, Chris. Hope you're doing well.
Chris Irvine says evening, hello.
Salah in for Son for free.
What are your thoughts on Salah?
So I'm not going to go to Salah personally till game week 30.
Oh.
I like Salah in for Son. I do feel like Salah is probably going to come back. He'll be back on grass. He'll be wild. But I think Son is the better long... Although, to be fair, Spurs blank next game week, don't they?
Yeah, they both blank.
No, in that case, I take a punt on Salah for the double.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting, in theory, an extra fixture if Salah plays. I still don't think...
I think he's going to get like 20 minutes off the bench.
Yeah, I don't think he starts.
I think they're going to save him for the game against Chelsea.
He's fitter, though, than I would like to have seen Salah, being someone who hasn't got Salah. So it's a little bit concerning. If it's Son straight to Salah for free and you've got a decent team and you haven't got any worries in 26, I like it. But just make sure you've got a plan. If you get to 26 and you're going to have to free hit or something, just make sure you've got a plan in place for that. Because, otherwise you're going to have issues. Superior is as Downing 100 Nuggets, the sequel to the 4 Big Mac challenge. Yeah, I mean, Plenty of People did kind of rip off our idea.
Can we clear this up? Can you? Because I've got a nugget in my mouth.
of what that was. If anyone hasn't seen on the Plenty of PL Patreon, I was driving and I got a call from James. And probably one of the best calls I've ever had, to be honest. And it was just like, oh, hi, Az. I just want to know, me and Suji here, and we're eating 4 Big Macs each. Where has this come from? So I explained that you once bet me that you could eat 10 McChicken sandwiches. I said you couldn't even eat 4. You went, of course I can eat 4.
I have to say, I grew up with brothers and I'm so competitive about the dumbest stuff. So when he said I couldn't eat 10, I was like, I obviously couldn't. He was like, you couldn't even eat 4. So I was like, get me 4.
So we went out, bought 4 McChicken sandwiches. You ate them.
In like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was
during a work day.
Yeah, and it was very steady. I was watching you eat them and I was like, you had one and it was quite slow and you kind of carried on like that. And I was like, I don't know if you're going to be able to manage this. But you did. And then it was like, well, next time we do it, it's going to be with Big Macs. And then I think you told Juice. No? Well, how did Juice get wind that we were going to do the Big Macs?
I must have told Juice.
Yeah, exactly. So then Juice were like, and then Steve-O got wind of it. He tweeted me, said, could Az eat 4 Big Macs? Majority
Can I
said
just
yes.
say really quickly? Number one, Steve-O's podcast. I listen to religiously now.
Elite
It's the
FPL.
best. He does his own podcast.
No, I'm saying it's Elite
Oh.
FPL. I was a play on words of his other podcast.
No, I was going to plug that as well. Well, Steve-O's podcast is so good, and he did a really, really good thing about independent content creators, which was in Tangent, the FPL Juice kind of spin-off show, which is definitely worth listening to. And if you subscribe as a member, you can watch the videos and listen to it. Steve-O's done 2 episodes with Nick, and Nick is such a good presenter. I feel like if I went in there, it would be like, you know Steve Bartlett that does this Diary of a CEO? I'll go in there and Nick will be like, how are you? And I'll be like, the reason I have these issues is just like open up to him because he's just so nice. But he's a really, really good presenter, and Steve-O's done a really good job as well, like being a guest on there. But his podcasts are so funny and so good and so relatable. And then Elite FPL as well. I watched them live last weekend. And again, it's just really kind of down to earth FPL content, but it's really informative as well. I really enjoyed it. So check out all 3 of those and become a member to both, because it's definitely worth supporting your favourite content creators. Sorry, I will get back to you.
Get back to your nuggets. I'm hungry.
The chat's going and I'm excited.
Vincent says, can I have 1 McNugget?
No,
because then we wouldn't have done 100. We can't even give one to Ralph, who's whining the whole time. FPL Fella is at 50 each. FPL Fella's obsessed with this question. He asked me this on the stream with Sam.
You like a bubble bath?
Bath salts or who likes bath salts?
You make mixtures. You make potions in the bath.
I
loves a bath.
I like to combine. I tell you what I do like. I like that Radox bath salt they do. You know, the I think it's like a lavendery one. But I'd never just have that on its own.
Wouldn't you?
We're just sitting in a grainy bath with no bubbles. It's weird.
We got a couple's massage when we were on holiday, and obviously you're like face down. I was lying there all relaxed, and then I just heard us go, oh, it tickles.
What's that got to do with bubble baths?
Relaxing.
Yeah, I was relaxed.
Is that a ketchup or is that a sweet and sour?
It's because they touched my sweet and sour.
Is there any ketchup here?
Yeah, there's one there.
Is
No,
this the ketchup?
none of those. This one's ketchup.
Okay.
Yep. Manscaped sponsoring Black Box, McDonald's sponsoring Yellow.
I really
you
want
wish.
Manscaped to sponsor me, because I think I would do the best Manscaped ad. I accidentally use the crop cleanser far too often.
For those who's not aware, the crop cleanser is Manscaped's own brand ball wash. Basically, there's no other way to put it.
Prime place in the bathroom where you would just think it's a body wash, and then I look at it and I'm like, oh, for God's sake, I've used the crop cleanser again.
FPL Mez is a bath salts girl. I mean, come on.
It's good though. It feels like exfoliating, doesn't it?
Bubble bath is clear.
Oh, Harry's going to join the membership. Woo, Harry, first membership secured.
FPL Harry putting out like the best FPL content around, and we're sat here eating 100 nuggets. You need to speed up. You're taking ages.
Stop talking.
You're taking ages with these. I'll take some questions while you do that. Chris Ivan says Joe Gomez will start over Bradley. I think he almost certainly will in 1, but I think you're definitely going to get 1 game out of Bradley. Monkey Man Lavender didn't realise Az was a grandma. I cannot express how much I love lavender. I love it. I have the Lush body lavender stuff.
Oh my God, I go to bed and he just sprays me with like lavender bed spray.
It helps me sleep because it's got the spray and it's like...
Alex Marmon says, Yelena looks like one of the ladies that stars in the Manscaped adverts, and I don't know if that means I'm hairy.
Yeah. Maybe just...
I haven't seen the Manscaped advert, so I'm going to take that as a...
I think it means proud that their significant other takes the time to groom themselves.
I've got like 6 significant others. I don't know if they all use Manscaped.
Eating nuggets. Yeah, that's just somebody. I was eating 100 nuggets with you on the thing. Thoughts on Pedro replacement? So assuming you've got 5.8-ish million to spend, I think an Arsenal defender. I just think an Arsenal defender is such an easy move for Pedro. Even if you've got Gabriel, you just get Saliba. It's Burnley next, Newcastle, Sheffield United in 27, then Brentford in 28. I mean, they're probably not going to have a game in 29, but that is a great run of four games for those. So I think that's an easy move. I think you could possibly get Trippier as well, home game against Bournemouth, and then you haven't got to just focus on the double game week players. What's this?
Expensive.
Who's expensive?
Trippier.
Yeah, he's expensive. But if you've got the money, people might have the money around to be able to get him. Or if you haven't got the money, you go for like a Doty or maybe you do. Maybe you take a punt on a Bradley.
Ooh.
But I'm not. I can't say I'm massively keen on that. It is crazy that both Destiny and Porro are both injured in the same week, isn't it? Yeah, that's definitely one for you.
Oh, Dan.
About Bernardo. Once you've done
Dan,
those
join
nuggets,
my club.
you can answer that one.
I'll be with you in 5 nuggets.
5 nuggets. Bill May says, I would love to have Tony, but I bought the Darwizzy lotto ticket. Yeah, you got to have Darwin this week. He's fun. I'd love to have Tony this week as well, but I think Watkins, Darwin and Haaland, good free. What? What?
Meds, who have you got in your front 3?
Brilliant. I really thought that was going to be something really like, punchy.
No, I'm interested to know who else is in the front 3.
Well, it'll be Darwin.
Watkins?
It'd be Darling, Watkins or... Darling? Darwin, Watkins or Slanky and Haaland, won't it? Probably Watkins. Who'd sell Watkins? What idiots. Wolfman 180, what's the story with Alisson? Is he out? I thought he was past fit in the pressers. Managers lie, is what we learn from these things, because it is being widely reported that he has a hamstring injury. So unless he picked up that hamstring injury in the window of the press conference and now, then otherwise Klopp was lying, because he said Alisson was back. So yeah, if you've got him, I think you're incredibly unlucky. If you haven't got him and you've already got 5 or 6 doublers, you just do your second keeper to Kelleher and you get a really good double game week for your goalkeeper. I think that's really nice. As well. Superior says, just waiting for the Oracle of FPL to finish her nuggets. God. What was that laugh? I've never heard that laugh before.
It's not very funny.
Yeah. That was good. Best Trent replacements, because you're in game week 29. You're on this one. You've got Trent. Ake, yeah. Actually, no. To be fair, when you mentioned Porro replacements earlier, I think Ake is a gift.
Or if you want to do sideways, Virgil van Dijk.
Yeah, two great games in the double, and then an actual game in 26 as well. And his only competition out is amazing as well. Alex Marmon says he did it in the session today. Nah, I don't buy it. I think he's been injured for ages as well. Mez says Darwin, Watkins and Haaland. I told you it's going to be those 3 as well. Michael Svedin, as will Lester Pinion start? Yes, I think he probably will. Where he plays, I don't know. Whether it's in a back 3 or if he plays at wing back, I'm not really sure. Will we concede? Probably. We do love to concede. So
I said in my video today, Brighton just crumbles again, like at the time you don't expect it. And I can imagine this will be a game where Sheffield United just run riot for no reason.
We beat them 5-2 in the cup and we smashed them in that game, but they still scored twice.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards playing, because I've got Saliba versus Estupinian, but I'm now leaning towards Saliba because I'd be reliant on the attack, and I don't know if I trust him anymore.
I'm going to do what Greg Frost says and put the nuggets in the air fryer.
Bob the nuggets in the air. Can you wait for I finish this one?
Yep. Just one left. Nice.
I also need to do a small burp, which I don't want to do live.
How you feeling?
Fine.
Good. Got another 30 in you?
Get me another 60.
Yeah, I want to know what you're going to do with Bernardo as well. You talk about Bernardo in your video earlier. Yeah. I haven't watched it yet. Sorry. Look at that from Aravin, taking a -8 for Salah and triple captaining him.
Wow.
I hate it. I just don't think he's worth a -8 and I wouldn't triple captain him. So... yeah, I don't know. And then Sai89, who's got the trigger finger on Salah at -8. I mean, this is the thing. To get Salah, you've either got to take lots of hits or you've got to sell De Bruyne. I can't see any other way in which you can get him. I've even seen people selling like Jota and stuff for him. I don't know. It's not for me.
I'm back.
You back?
So my thing with
I'm
the
going to
Salah...
pop the nuggets in.
Okay, I'll talk
pop
to myself.
the nuggets in, as Greg Frost says.
Bob. My thing with Salah is... He's a minute's risk, and I don't know, in the way that I think De Bruyne now is coming off the bench and scoring and doing well, I don't know how fit Salah's going to be, so I'm a little bit nervous about that, and I'd prefer, if Salah was back last game week, played 30 minutes and got a return, I'd probably feel more confident playing him this week and doing the captaincy and triple captain. But this game week, I'm not even looking for a way to bring him into my team. I think I'm going to wait until game week 30. But FPL is about fun, and that is wild. So I think go for it. Why not? If that's how you feel. Veteran says, I'm playing Gordon over Gabriel this game week. Any players you have a 50-50 call on? Yeah, I have massively got 50-50 at the moment so this isn't my team this game week. I will be making some transfers. But I've got a real benching headache because I'm probably going to be bringing in Ake for Trent. And then I've got Saliba vs Estupinian. I can't say it. Honestly, it's been so long and I still can't say it. But that's my dilemma because Burnley away and Sheffield United away, they're just such good fixtures. But I just think Trippier I can rely on most for the attacking returns. So that's my 50-50 call. Still not 100% sure, but we will talk about my transfers shortly. I'm sure we will get to it once we've gotten through the Nuggets. Dan the Man says, what to do with Bernardo? Let me rephrase, how to get rid of Bernardo. I'm so disappointed. I honestly thought Bernardo was such a good shout. I can hear it as banging around with the air fryer. Yeah, I'm really disappointed in Bernardo. I really liked him as an asset because his away record was really good and his stats were good. And I thought he was a nice differential to Foden. And it's one of those things, it's that 50-50 call that you just got completely wrong. I got it wrong at the start of the season when I went for... Who should I go for instead of Mbermo? It'll come back to me, but I made a terrible decision then. And then... Oh, I went for Eze, and then he got injured, and he was blanking all the time as well, which was annoying. And then Bernardo versus Foden, decided to go for Bernardo. Didn't pay off. We'll probably bring in Foden this week. So in terms of getting rid of Bernardo, I think my favourite replacements would be De Bruyne if you can afford it. If not, I'd probably just go Foden, which is a very sideways move. Obviously, City have got the double coming up, and then they don't blank in game week 26. So I think it's quite appealing. It's really frustrating with Bernardo, but we're there. In my team section video today, there was some sympathy for bringing in Bernardo, but it was a punt that just didn't pay off. And then I have lost my chat, so bear with me, people. Honestly, I've got so many screens up. Here we go. Who else is here? Charlie says, Arsenal defensive double-up could really pay off against Burnley. Possible clean sheet and Burnley terrible defending set pieces. Yeah, big time. It's interesting, actually, because I'm quite anti having double defence from one team, which seems silly because obviously I've got double Newcastle. But that was quick. Have you air fried already?
2 minutes.
Buy an air fry, people. But yeah,
sponsored by Ninja Air Fryer.
Yeah, I wish. But the double Arsenal defence this game week really paid off for people against West Ham this week. So sorry, throwing me off. And then I lost my tabs a minute ago. Couldn't find the chat. I was panicking. Hope Az had 4 Big Macs for his McDonald's. 25% of people on Twitter don't think that you could eat 4 Big Macs, which I find hilarious.
I think that's mad. 4 big tasties, impossible. Said this because when I spoke to James and Suj said that someone at his work claims he could eat 4 big tasties and bacon. No way.
The big tasties are massive.
I don't want sweet curry. I want ketchup.
I've had assistance. It's Prousted Estupinian Nan. I can't say it for the life of me. I've heard it so many times. Sometimes I say it with confidence. Other times I stutter, and tonight's a stuttering time. Animation says, how many nuggets have you eaten? Only 20 so far, but bear with me. What have we got? 50 each.
Yeah.
Easy. Alex says, I think Salah will be on the bench for tomorrow's game, and there is no guarantee he will start the losing game. That is why I still do not think it's worth buying Salah. Yeah, I said, if you want to play the game in a risky way, go for it. Who am I to burst your bubble?
There's a very, very high chance we'll get team news about it, so watch out for that.
Mez says, can't see Salah getting more than 20 to 30 minutes over the next 2.
I think he'll start the second game.
Well, it's interesting. I can sell Son for Salah -4, worth it. I don't think so.
No.
I think Son will outscore Salah, to be honest.
I wouldn't do it.
I think Salah's going to come on for a little run, stretch his legs.
Not for a hit.
No, it's not worth it. Have taken a -4 to sell Trent and Konza, who are both injured, to replace them with Van Dijk and Reguilon. I am replacing 2 injured players with 2 double game week players. That's very sensible, Alex. I'm not against it. Are you tempted to replace Areola with Kelleher? No, it's too fresh. I've got enough to think about today. I can't go in with the... I'm also kind of... Oh, Ralph's crying. I'm also a little bit anti-goalkeeper transfers. I think for you, it makes sense with your team. And people watching, it probably makes sense for your team. But I've got Trent out at the moment, Bernardo out at the moment, and I need to set myself up for future game weeks. So I think for me, personally, Areola and Dubravka are quite a decent one to stick with.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with how I'm set up. I haven't got Jota, which is a worry, but neither of you. Well, we can't have everyone.
Oh, Vincent's come in. Thank you. It's very helpful. Steve said, did Pedro to Gabriel before I asked the question, so thanks for confirmation bias. Have 3 City already and 5 doublers already.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Don't need to overthink it.
Definitely.
Best defence, easy game in 26.
Should I take a hit to do Trent/Gordon to Maguire, KDB, or simply just do Trent to Ake with my free transfer and play Gordon? I'm so team Gordon. I'm a little bit concerned because obviously Wilson's out. Gordon's likely to be playing up front, and I think he is better on the wing. But Gordon's home record is absolutely outstanding. So I think I would just go for Gordon. I had a comment, I can't remember who it was, on my video today though, and it was about taking a hit, and I just don't think it's necessary. As long as you've got a decent starting 11, I think just go for it and kind of play the long-term game. Alex says, Yelena eating nuggets in a new episode of Women vs. Food. Lol.
Did you watch Man vs. Food with Alan?
Yeah, of course I did.
Not Alan Rickman, Alan Richmond.
Yeah.
I love that show.
It was my inspiration every Sunday lunch. Salah says, I brought Alisson in for the double and now have to take a hit to replace Porro with Ake. Ugh, the struggle. Sympathy. I must say, that is why I don't do early transfers, because I'm nervous. I probably won't make any transfers tonight, but I will discuss them, people. So stay tuned.
You've got to get bloody unlucky, though, to bring in a goalkeeper.
Yeah,
Alisson,
that's really unfortunate.
ahead of Burnley or ahead of this
And
game.
also, that's one of those ones, it's such a smart move, and then that happens.
And also, we had the flu and then got over it, and then we've done his hamstring.
It's not good.
Crazy.
Niall's in the chat. Good evening, Niall.
Whee!
What have you got planned for this game week? Are you using your triple captain, and is it on Haaland? Let us know. Jason says, got a great looking wild card with Salah, KDB and Haaland on my screen. Not confirmed but enticing. I get it's so tempting, and there's times where I look at my team and I'm like, oh, I'll just wild card, but I think I'm going to hold off for as long as possible, to be honest. Rishi says, rumours start 11 for Liverpool 11 for tomorrow. Kelleher, Bradley, Konate, Van Dijk, Robbo Jones, Mac, Endo, Jota, Nunez, Diaz. I mean, if it's just a rumour, take it with a pinch of salt.
I think, though, that is, you know, rumour or not, that is the most likely team for Game Week 1. Not Game Week 1. Game 1 of the double Game Week. What?
I thought you were going to go into more. Yes, agreed.
Yeah.
Vincent said, should I get another 20 McNuggets box for the long-term game? Go for it. Join us. Mez
This
is
second
off.
box is tougher.
Need to dash. Awesome stream, guys. Good luck this week. Smash the like button, everyone. Yes, do like the video if you are enjoying it. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Mez, for joining. And as I mentioned, I will be on Mez's channel in a couple of weeks' time. So do subscribe to her because her content... I always rave to you, don't I? Mez's content's like my favourite. So easy to listen to and really informative as well. So do subscribe to her channel. Dan said, needed to come and check this out. Need a little nugget counter somewhere on the stream. Thank you for joining, Dan. We should actually get like a counter. I think the next one will be 4 Big Macs each.
Go on.
So we'll get that going.
When I posted in a group chat that we were doing this, the general consensus was that 50 nuggets is harder than 4 Big Macs.
I don't think so.
This
4 Big Macs is a lot of bread.
This box ain't going down as quick as that other box, and I've been eating these solidly. So I got these back. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 11 left. I only done 9.
You have slowed. Oh, Alex.
Well,
Tough
Dan's
question.
in the chat. We're in the
Yeah,
club with him.
Dan's in the chat. Tough question, Alex. Do you both take a part in FPL draft as well? If so, how are you doing in that? I don't think I made my first transfer in draft until 3 game weeks ago.
Well,
And I was... The thing is, points-wise, I'm doing okay. Like, overall points. But in the rankings, I think I'm last. But I had Salah, which was helpful.
Who else did you start? Who was your 5th pick?
I don't know.
Romelu Lukaku.
I panicked. As was like, you need to have like a spreadsheet ready so you don't panic. And I was like, I won't panic. And I brought in Lukaku.
It was just really interesting because you went like Salah, you went like really
McGinn.
good picks. I don't think you went McGinn that early, but they were
go
all
Ben
very
Mee.
solid. And then it was Lukaku, and I was like, to be fair, if he does, stranger things have happened in football than Lukaku suddenly being like, I want to stay at Chelsea and all this, but it was always quite unlikely.
It was optimistic. Anyway, I'm not doing very well. I think you're second in our draft league.
No, I've dropped quite a lot now. I think I'm like mid-4th, 5th.
I did make a really good transfer a few game weeks ago, which was I brought in Pickford and then he kept a clean sheet, and I was very pleased with that. Oh wow! Niall says, I'm bench boosting this week along with saving the transfer this week. Gonna wait for Slanky triple captain in 28. Niall plays the game so well. There's always like an outside pick and it's just a lot more fun, I think. Greg said, Adam Richmond wasn't able to make a second season Man vs Food. It would have been dangerous.
He definitely
to his health.
was.
I think he did. He did carry
loads
on.
of seasons.
Yeah, but I don't think it's as many as you think.
I think he did 4 seasons.
Shall I look it up? I've opened a new window. Man versus Food.
Because they swapped him with that other guy, didn't they? Who I really liked.
Season 4.
Yeah, season 4, episode 27. They were big seasons as well.
All right.
I'm just saying, I've seen a lot of Man vs Food. I know he did a
Inspiration.
lot of seasons.
We're obsessed. We love Beard Meets Food.
Beard Meets Food is...
Or is it Beard versus
next.
Food? Beard Meets Food.
Beard Meets Food. It's next level. Absolutely brilliant.
We like make little notes of where he goes and we're like, oh, we could try that.
We did the cake one, didn't we?
No, you did the cake one.
I did the cake one. How many? 2 slices was it?
The cheesecake one in Battersea.
They were big slices.
Yeah, and then can I say about the toilet?
Oh yeah.
As went to the toilet, because there was a lot of cheesecake.
I'm not good with lactose or gluten.
And I sat outside because there was like chairs outside, and I can't explain to you how small this cafe is, and the toilet is basically in the cafe. And as I was like, I need to go to the toilet, I was like, you can't, it's just there. And he was like, I'm gonna have to. And it was a very quiet day, wasn't it?
They're closed now.
Yeah. They had a health inspection. Tom says, how many double game weeks players should we be trying to get? This is a really tough question because I was looking at my team today because someone tweeted me and was like, try and beat this team. And I was like, wow, you've got so many double game week players. But long term, say you triple up on Liverpool, you've got a blank next week, you've got a headache. I think the sweet spot would be probably triple City. I really like Tony as a double game week asset, but I think I'm biased. And then maybe like a Luton, like a Doty defender. But to be honest, I think it's really cliche, but I think you just have to play your own game. I don't think there's an optimal amount that you should have. What do you think?
6.
Okay. Confirmed.
I don't know. I agree. If you've got 6...
I just think if you're going to rip up your team specifically to get 6 players...
No, you're completely right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's if you've got 6 players and your team isn't ruined for game week 26. If you've got 6 doublers and then you've got Palmer, Richarlison, Porro and all that, and then you're going to have no players in 26, then it's rubbish. But
can I just say something?
Yeah.
Arvar says the things Az does to get laid. I can confirm the cheesecake challenge and the McChicken nugget challenge are not things that he'll do to get laid.
I feel dreadful.
I think he's going to be horizontal on the sofa.
And not in a good way.
Struggling to breathe.
Oh.
Lee and Sam are in the chat. Did Yelena get her cold foam cappuccino the other day? I need to talk about the fact that Lee is just... I know there's this whole thing
Don't
about...
put your arm around me as you start talking about Lee.
There's this whole thing about Asmantha. Fine. But Lee is the stud. He is bringing home Sam a cappuccino... Well, a Starbucks, whatever drink she likes. He's bringing it home. He's bringing her flowers. He's just... 10 out of 10. In terms of a partner, look for a Lee.
I'm going to have to park the nuggets for a bit.
Oh no, was it the Lee chat that took you over the edge?
Definitely.
Do you want to swap over?
Yeah, I've eaten...
I need to get into my...
I've got 7 left, so I've eaten 37 nuggets.
Okay, 30... Oh, wow. Okay, I'm off.
No, that's terrible maths.
No, that's really bad maths.
33 nuggets.
Okay. You take over.
Oh.
That was a
God.
Big chomp.
And gluten, how many nuggets? Yeah, I know. I think, who was it that said that I'd eat 20 and then complain about my stomach? It's been 33 and I'm complaining about my stomach. Animations, Yellow Naz is going to overtake you in the challenge. I still believe. It's not really we're a team in this one. What do we know?
No, we are.
We're eating 100 nuggets between us. Whew, I do not feel great. Andrew Yee, Alan Richmond made 10 seasons of Man vs Food. Yeah, 10 seasons. I know he made loads. Does that prefer the Match of the Day challenge or the McDonald's challenge? The McDonald's challenge makes me feel ill. To be fair, the Match of the Day challenge makes you feel ill as well.
I think the Match of the Day challenge, once it got to like 4 p.m, you were actually really zen.
Yeah.
You were like, this is quite nice. And then we went for dinner with Marg.
Yeah.
And then you both like worked yourselves up about it. And I think especially me and Billy knowing what the scores were.
I think the difficulty with the Match of the Day challenge is going from 12 till 4, like you said. And I think once you get past 4, you kind of don't really care anymore. But that first 45 minutes, you're kind of thinking, oh, has my player scored? What's the result in this one? And all that. But once you get past that, you kind of don't really care anymore. And then the 5:30 game kicks off, or the 6 o'clock, wherever it is. And then by that point, you just don't really mind. So I'd say this is worse. I don't feel the best. Adam Richmond is a shareholder in Grimsby Town. If only he did a fish and chip episode of Man vs Food in Grimsby. Is he just not doing any food stuff now? Not at all. He's just completely retired. Huh. What a wimp. Huh. If not free hit 29, is free hit 25 valid? What other game week is free hit good for? Well, if you listen to Planet FPL, they have the best roundup of chip strategies there is. The shortened version is... I'm not sure why you would... Well, I mean, I can see why you would be tempted to free hit this week, but surely you're going to already have a couple of Liverpool, a couple of City. I think you can probably take a hit to get a decent number out. If you haven't got any, then it might be a strategy, but you could also do it in 26. I know Lee was planning on doing it in 26 as well, but he's now saying he might not. I think the best week to free hit, though, is 34. Because in 34, we're likely to get a pretty crappy double with teams like Everton, Sheffield United,
Villa?
I don't even think Villa are in there. No, it was.
Oh, I'm just going to bring him again.
I think it was Chelsea, and then they were like the best team, maybe Bournemouth, and then a couple of others. But the point is, when we're wildcarding in like 30, 31, you don't want to be bringing in Sheffield United players and loads of Bournemouth players and loads of Everton players. Whereas you can attack that week with the crappy players, with the free hit. The issue with that is, like I said to Mark, is that you're going to have to sell for that free hit your single game week players. So you're going to have to get rid of your Sakas and your Fodens and your Salahs when he's back and so on to try and load up with the double game week players. So, yeah, I don't know. I am leaning towards a 29 free hit if my team is struggling. If I'm going to have to take a -8 or something to get a team out, then I might do that. What are you looking up?
Oh
my God, you're right.
I just got a tweet saying, could you think of the animals in the slaughterhouse and the climate and do the challenge of McPlant burgers instead, please? But the irony is, I don't eat meat.
No.
We do oat milk at home, and very much, this is my treat. This is when I'll
You
go all out.
chicken sandwiches a week ago.
Yeah, I know, that was my treat. A weekly McDonald's binge.
I wonder how many actual chicken nuggets is 100 nuggets. My guess is about 4 chickens.
Oh,
and
I
not
don't
the
want to
good bits.
know, guys.
It's not 4 chickens.
The thing is, I was talking about being a vegan, and I'm very, because I used to be a vegan, and then I just got really unhealthy from it. But I could punch a chicken. Like, I wouldn't mind taking one out.
What a sentence. What a sentence. That was very Carl Pilkington. I could eat a knob at night. Very good. Jota over Haaland for captaincy too risky? I think so. Just given that Salah's back now and Diaz is playing well, and what does that front three look like in both games with the cup final too? Wouldn't be surprised to see Jota with 60, 70 minutes in the first game and then bench in the second. It wouldn't be a massive surprise, whereas Haaland's going to play both. I wouldn't do it personally. I feel a bit better after my nugget break. Gonna get back in and do those extra ones in a minute.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. Dan says, how many nuggets do you reckon Mark would be able to eat? Well, he was just categorically, I could not eat 4 Big Macs.
Yeah.
That's what he said. How many nuggets could he eat?
Share box.
One share box. Yeah, I reckon he could do 20. That's probably about it. FPL Airy in the chat just says, well, lads. Not entirely sure what that means. I mean, he's Irish, so could mean lots of things. Does it mean like, well? Oh, well, lads, great to see the sound is working for you. Oh, did Airy have problems on his stream with Focal?
Oscar? But I think it got back up and running. I was coming off the train as I think it was sorting itself out.
Yeah, I don't know. Here's a good question. Alex Marmon, how many points do you predict Haaland will get this week against Chelsea and Brentford?
Sorry, I just saw yelling at.
Yelling like a punch of chicken FPL.
I'm just saying, one of my things that comes from being vegan is the cruelty and obviously environmental aspects.
So one of the things that comes from being vegan is said as you eat your 40 of chicken nugget.
I hate chickens. I honestly, I like I said, I would raise a chicken. Well, I don't think I'd raise a chicken and kill it. I'd feel too bad.
Jesus Christ. Raise a chicken and punch it.
Fish, I could punch a fish.
Good.
But largely, I would rather not eat as many animals.
Mm.
Maybe after this, next time I'll go. Next time we could do KFC. They've got their vegan chicken, haven't they? And I could do the vegan. We have the vegan. To be fair, actually, the irony, we have the vegan nuggets in our freezer.
Yeah,
we tend to have vegan nuggets, and we have vegan.
They're not vegan. They're corn.
Is it not vegan? It's veggie.
Yeah, well, I think corn's got milk in it or something, isn't it?
We have vegan chicken burgers. Anyway, we'll do a vegan stream. Don't worry, guys. What were we talking about? How many points do you predict Haaland will get?
Eric says couldn't get his stream working. That's a shame.
Oh, the stress, and also the stress of trying it live is the absolute worst. Fingers crossed that it will sort itself out. Going back to Alex's question, how many points do you predict Haaland will get this weekend?
Do you know how many people are watching us live eat 100 chicken nuggets?
No.
106.
No, that's horrible because I've now just confessed to being a chicken murderer. Great.
106 people have just heard you say you punch a chicken.
I don't want to be challenged to it. If there was a chicken here, I don't think I would do it.
You all talk.
Backtracking. Once they're in batter, I'm fine.
You batter a chicken.
Let's not.
That was clever.
How many points do you predict Haaland will get this week against Chelsea and Brentford? Alex has asked and we haven't answered it. I think I can see him getting a brace against Chelsea, and then Brentford, they have got Ben Mee. So, ultimate defender. I would hope for, I think 3 goals and an assist over the 2. What do you think?
3 goals and an assist?
Over the 2 games.
I mean, that would be a great return.
Mm-hmm.
That would be 20-something points, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I think...
Sorry.
What? Get the vegan special sponsor... I don't know what that means.
Come back to me.
Okay. I think you would take between 15 and 20 points for Haaland as triple captain. So I'm going to be less optimistic and say 2 goals and an assist and a couple of bonus. That's what I'd say. Aries says I probably missed it earlier, leaving off the triple captain. Of course we're not. I think only a fool doesn't triple captain Haaland this week.
Only a fool doesn't mention it in their team selection video.
Yeah.
I think, I feel like this week it's a no-brainer. I'm very, very keen on triple captioning him. Go back to the Forest Green Rovers. So Forest Green Rovers, Superheroes comment, sorry. Forest Green Rovers is entirely vegan. Their stadium is carbon neutral.
Oh, really?
Well, I don't know if it's carbon neutral, but good for the environment. I really, really want to go. And they've also got a van they post on their Instagram today. And all of the food looks absolutely insane. And that is the small steps we should be making towards a...
What league are they in? They in like the...
Same as Mansfield Town.
Oh, they're actually in the football league then, not in non-league. So probably... Well, Mansfield are League 2, aren't they? League 2?
Let me double check. I might be just chatting rubbish.
How are you finding the second box of nuggets?
Fine, living life.
You seem a bit more
excited.
No, you don't
ready
seem.
For
you
life.
don't seem as happy. Your mood has shifted down one notch, I'd say.
Oh, it's because of the chicken chat. I feel bad now, and I don't want to eat this because look, they're sponsored. Forest Green Rovers sponsored by Quorn.
In League 2.
League 2, thank you, Alex.
Says Alex Marmon.
They're also sponsored by Candy Kittens, vegan sweet confectionery.
Praz says stand on Friday night.
Praz, your tweets crack me up. What was the one that I said the other day? I was like, this is the funniest
rice
tweet.
And Who was it? Rice and it was goal Rice, assist White Rice.
Oh, it's so funny.
The Indian man's favourite like curry or something. Very good accompaniment with a curry, something like that. Very good. Ashley Curzon, yeah, there's spicy chicken nuggets. Did you try those?
No, I'm vegan.
Oh dear. They were nice. I missed them. I think a lot of people miss them, actually. Would you choke a chicken?
No.
No. There he is. White rice. Matthew McCaffrey. Anyone not think Brentford will turn over Liverpool tomorrow morning? Not. So you're saying Liverpool won't lose to Brentford? Is anyone thinking that Brentford are going to beat Liverpool tomorrow? Surely not. You're right.
I'm so conscious of my chewing.
Oh my god.
I feel like I've been eating this for days.
Yeah, the second box is tougher, isn't it? It got. I think, like I said, all the people in the chat were saying it gets quite dry. And like you eat one, I didn't have the same bounce with each one as I had.
I've got 10
before.
left.
10 left. Yeah, you've done well. I've got 7 left in this box. I thought I'd done more than that. God. My when I was warming them up, by the way, my belt just popped open. That's really strange. Ladies. Bob, would you start Adebayo or Palmer? I think you've got to play the double game week player.
You say that though, I've got Pinnock on my bench.
Yeah, but Pinnock with those 2 games. I mean, Adebayo could nick a goal in both games. I mean, this is the thing. Like, I think if you've got Pinnock or me or Bell, he's the other like Luton player, isn't he? Mm-hmm. Then I think you can make a pretty good case of benching them. If you've got Reguilon, if you've got Doherty, if you've got a slightly more attacking defender, then I think you play them. But I think in the other case with the attackers, I think you play the attacker. This one. Matthew is nervous. He has max 1 Liverpool. Yeah, you can tell the people. I mean, I've only got 1 at the moment, but I'll be bringing in Kelleher. You're unlucky because obviously you've got Trent on your bench. You must have been looking forward to this double game week.
Yeah, I thought I was quite well set up, but apparently not.
Yeah, it's a shame. Superior Prize, the FPL Y boys, going to have some Nando's on the next stream. More like some chicken tikkas. How many chicken tikkas could we eat?
Oh,
that's another question. 1. Not a big fan of chicken tikkas.
No, I do like it, but it's just quite
filling. Animation says you guys looking at teams. You done?
For now.
I'm gonna get back to eating mine then. My 7. And Supero says, can we get as a chicken suit and get yellow and boxing gloves? That's the content people want.
I'm sure.
Right, I'm getting back to my box.
No.
Who'd have bench out of Gabriel, Saliba and a Stupinan?
Saliba.
Good. Good chat.
Actually, I saw a rumour that Gabriel's going to be benched. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh, okay. So don't take my word for it.
Who said that? Why would he be benched?
No.
No, I don't see it.
I feel like if you've got double Arsenal defence, you've got the luxury of you can cover yourself with 1. It's tempting because obviously it's Burnley away, but I think I would rather spread myself a bit thinner than go all in.
I know what you mean.
And also Sheffield United.
It just takes one like dodgy goal from Bayer, doesn't it, or someone like from a set piece. I think Burnley are the worst team in the league at defending set pieces.
Yeah, and they also concede the most goals.
Yes, which does lead me to think playing Saliba and Gabriel. I mean, they both just scored in the last game as well, so they clearly know how to get the ball to them. So yeah, I'd be tempted to play both, but I might agree with you. I might just play a Stupinan just for a bit of just to cover yourself a bit.
Yeah, and I think it's one of those nice ones where if you do lose the Arsenal clean sheet,
These are cold now.
You're gonna heat them up, Kim? I wouldn't.
No.
If Arsenal do lose the clean sheet, at least you've kind of got the faith that you've got another player you can rely on. Get the FPL stream and food combos going. Yes, we're going to do a vegan one next because I feel an immense amount of guilt Mr. Blanky says, do I take a -8 to take out Trent for someone like Reguilon, or just play a Stupinian who's on the bench? I'd play him, personally. I don't think it's worth taking a hit. When it's Brighton against Sheffield United away, I think just take it. And, I mean, Sheffield United concede so many goals, you don't know whether you might get an attacking return there. I don't like the idea of taking a hit, personally.
Taking a minus... Well, it's a -4 to do Trent to Reguilon or play a Stupinan.
I'd go with Stupinian.
I'd definitely play Stupinan. I mean, like I was talking to Sam again on the Q&A earlier, and we said, what is the best case you can hope for from Reguilon? He's conceding in both games.
Yeah.
So he might get an assist. So that's 7 points.
Yeah.
Stupinan could do well.
I do feel semi confident with him. I mean, are you free to chat about my team, Mid Nuggets?
I might be done.
No, stop, because that means I have to eat like 40. You can't. I've been out for lunch.
I know.
You haven't eaten since your bacon waffle
I
sandwich.
know. I feel awful.
No.
You still feel alright?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm living.
Okay.
I'm off.
I'm going to keep going then.
Oh, quick. No, you haven't got time at the moment. You're talking. So, eating. My dilemma is... Oh, actually, that's a lovely comment. Thanks for keeping us company tonight, making my shift at work that much more fun. You are welcome.
I think ciders was a bad choice to drink with nuggets.
You bloated. Yeah, I went for the Diet Coke like beard meets food. That's why I ordered it.
You don't see him drinking ciders, do you?
No, unless it's a challenge. Taco challenge with the beers. Anyway, the alternative to my... So currently my transfer is Bernardo out for Foden.
Yep.
Solanke out for Tony.
Yep.
And then Trent out for Ake. -4 hit because I've got 2 free transfers. Alternatively, I can do Trent out for Ake. And then Bernardo to De Bruyne. And save the hit and not go for Tony. And I'm in
Foden.
Yeah, I'm in such a dilemma about it. Because I do think De Bruyne is a really, really good asset to have. But I really like Tony. And I just don't know what's worth it. And the thing is, I'm going to bring Solanke back for his double. So it is a bit of a kind of sideways.
I don't think Solanke out for a hit for Tony is worth it.
Even though he's got the double?
Yeah.
Guys, what do you think in the chat? Should I do a poll? I haven't done a poll before.
Because I think Newcastle isn't a bad fixture.
No.
They're the worst team defensively over the last 6.
Well, equally... Oh, I've got a warning. My bit rate is down. Go on, lads. It would actually maybe solve my benching dilemma because then I could play Saliba. I could play my defenders that I want to play. How do I do a poll?
You need to get the chat back up.
Where? Guys, we're all learning together.
Give me something.
Show you nugget.
You eat some nuggets. I'll get the poll up. So what's your poll? It's do Solanke to Tony for a hit. Or are you going to do the whole
shabam,
my
friends. Whole shabam. For anyone late joining, don't forget to like the stream.
115 watching us eat nuggets live.
This is so silly. What a wild... Oh, Praz says you'll get stuck with Tony Watkins in 28, who play both in 29. You won't be able to buy Solanke in 28. Oh, Praz, you're speaking too much sense.
Yeah, Praz, this isn't the stream for sense. Thank you very much. What's the question then? KDB and Ake or... Oh, God, this is so complicated. You can type it. Well, it's easy if you're just saying Tony for a hit, but...
Oh.
Yes, I can. Ozpike says a Stupinan might not start. He has not looked good since injury. Apart from 2 great goals. 2 great goals. I feel drunk off these nuggets. 2 great goals. Was part his fault with the Spurs winner? Yeah, it was his fault for the Spurs winner because he was trying to play the right back on the side and messed it up, and then they ended up scoring from it. He hasn't looked good. He's been really ropey. He was hooked at half time in the game before that as well. I just still believe that he is our best player though at left wing back, and since he's switched to left wing back and not been playing at left centre back, he looks a bit worse. So I wonder if they might bring back the back 3. Adingra and Matoma will help out quite a lot. Adingra's got a bit more about him tracking back as well compared to Buonanotte, and he's got more pace to kind of be able to get back as well. to help out on the other side. And I think De Zerbi's going to want that Estupiñán, Matoma combination to flourish again. Because I mean, who else plays at left back if it's not Estupiñán? I mean, does he play Lamptey there and play like Gross at right wing back or someone? I mean, he could do, but Estupiñán played against Sheffield United a few weeks ago. We won 5-2 in that game, and I think Pedro might have been man of the match because he got the either a hat trick. He definitely got a hat trick, didn't he? 2 penalties and a goal. But Estupiñán was one of our best players, so I'm backing Estupiñán to score.
I feel sick.
And play. You're sick from Nuggets.
Dow's in the chat. Dow, I mentioned you earlier. I said we need to talk about your team. We'll get to it. Well, we'll get to it now. Why not? I've done Watkins to Haaland and Gahey to Doty. Who would you bench out of Pinnock, Gabriel, Trippier, Gordon, and Richarlison? I would bench Pinnock. Do you need to bench anyone else? Let us know. Because I was reading he tweeted me on the train, and then I was like, oh, I've a lot to say, which I want to fit into a tweet. So I'll discuss it live.
You're feeling sick?
Yeah.
You've just lectured me about eating nuggets.
Yeah. Anyway, I've got my poll, and I can't, because there is a limit on the characters. I've had to shorten Bernardo Silva to BS, and I've also had to shorten Tony to... Oh,
Tony.
no, I haven't. No, we're fine.
To Tony.
I've had to shorten Foden to Fod. So I'm going to start the poll.
I like how you called him silver in one and BS in the other as well.
So let me know what you think, guys, because I've been so excited about Tony, and it gave me a reason to play this game. Unfortunately, I've kind of gone off of it. Because
you could do. Would you definitely go for KDB over Foden if you had the money to it, which you would do from that second one?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Why would you say Foden over KDB?
Oh, it is tough. If I'm thinking about which player I would be more scared of, I think it would be Foden.
What, not having?
Yeah. He's been so good.
Then that leads me towards like doing the
But then De Bruyne has as well. I mean, they're both good options.
De Bruyne is coming off the bench and going wild.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I just think when you're selling Solanke and you're going to want him back for 28 anyway, and that's in 3 weeks, and he's got a game in... I know it's not a great game in 26 against City, but it's still a game in 26. That just feels a bit luxurious-y. I can't
luxurious.
speak. Luxurious. Can't speak.
But Mark's stat about 3 shots in 3 games, he hasn't been performing the best. I mean, if we have a look at his history, the last few game weeks. I mean, as soon as I transfer him out, last time I transferred him out, and he got 17 points against Forest. So
yeah, well, that
shows how much I know.
You have no luck with Solanke, ever, do you?
No.
He's always benching his points or selling him or whatever.
And that's the thing. Game week 25 against Newcastle, oh my god.
I know.
Help me. What's the word? Defensively,
sure.
Not the best. Officially. There's stats to back it up. Dan the Man says, you have 2 free transfers, right? Correct. Praz, get Foden.
Can I just ask you a question? Are we going to do these nuggets?
Yes.
We are going to do so because we need to commit now.
Respectfully, we have done a stream to eat 100 nuggets and talk through my team, and we're talking through my team.
Okay, so I'm gonna do these 5 nuggets now.
You can do them in one.
I don't know if I'll do them in one, but I'm gonna.
I don't feel well.
No, nor do I feel awful. That's why I'm saying I don't want to do these 5 nuggets and then we don't complete the challenge, because then I'm just gonna feel ill for no reason.
No, we're good. I've got 3, 6. I've got 7 to go plus the 10 downstairs and the hamburger, and then I'm going vegan.
Yeah. Okay.
I messaged you the other day, didn't I? And I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna go vegan again. And then you were like, what about our Big Mac challenge? And I was like,
oh yeah. Right. Okay. I'm gonna do these 5 then.
Okay.
Just shake my hand. We're going to do these.
Shake my hand.
Okay, I've had 35 nuggets, and it turns out 35 nuggets is like not the optimum amount by any stretch, but that's where the line is. That's what I've discovered for myself tonight. 35 nuggets is the line.
I'm obsessed with the fact that we were on a train once and you were like, I could eat 100 nuggets.
Yeah.
And now you're struggling.
You know what I said I wanted to do for charity, which is the eat.
This is the most for charity. This is like Jeff Innocent, where it was like, if you say for the NHS,
yeah,
you get away with anything.
100 mini fillets from KFC for the NHS, and I honestly thought I could do those. We worked. It's like 10,000 calories, isn't it? couldn't do it. Anyway, right, come on, 5 nuggets. Superhero's giving me a little thing. Here we go.
Oh, Press said, as said, optimal. Haha. We love to eat nuggets.
Good. Well, I feel very inspired now. Oh, the nuggets are colder than the sauce.
Someone get me a recorder. Dal has sent us his team ID, and then we will have a look at.
What?
Sorry, it's triple.
What are you laughing at?
Nah. Oh, it's gone now.
Oh my god, we've been doing this for 70 minutes.
I know, it's been horrendous. I really enjoyed it until probably about 50 minutes. Dal sent his team IDs. We'll have a look at his team, and then we will go through my transfer dilemma because I'm stressed.
Peter Richard, you can do one.
No, Peter Richards, you aren't eating 100 each. I know. I tried to persuade us. Come on, we can do this.
There is
And he said,
absolutely no
not.
way we could eat 100 nuggets each.
Oh, you speak for yourself. If someone challenges me, I will do it. Dal, that is a very big team ID. There he is.
One down.
Okay, my team ID is blah blah blah. Can you have a look, please? I am looking. Oh, you had the same as me. Pinnock on the bench, 6 points. Gross. Very well set up for the Sheffield United fixture. So what was Dal's?
How many doublers is that then? That's not many.
I've done Watkins to
1,
Haaland
2,
and Gahey
3,
to Doty. So who have Doty and Haaland?
No, it's 5. It's 5 doublers.
No, Jason. Would you bench out of Pinnock, Gabriel, Trippier, Gordon and Richarlison? Yeah, so I'd bench Pinnock again, even though it's a double. I just don't feel very good about it.
That's 4 doublers then.
Okay. Would you play Pinnock?
No. Probably not.
I wouldn't bench
I mean,
Richarlison.
we're not mentioning the main thing here. Who's missing from that team?
Haaland?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've just said he's doing Watkins to Haaland.
Oh.
Oh, Mr. Smug! I said that to try and be like, he's got Haaland.
I'm not well.
I can't read. I went to the opticians the other day. I'm very, very blind. And then they made me take my contact lenses out and just sit in a hallway. And I was like, I can't see. And then someone was like, yeah, no, we're ready for you. And I didn't know where to go.
Walked into a wall.
I didn't know where the voice was coming from. Anyway, that's you right now. Yeah, no, Dal's bought in Haaland and Doty.
Haaland and Doty. So he's got Haaland, Adebayo, Darwin, De Bruyne, Foden, Doty. 6. Well, 7 if he plays Pinnock.
Yeah, but I would recommend benching Pinnock personally.
What's he even asking us? He's done the... Oh,
Yeah.
he's asking us about the bench. I'm sorry, Dow. I'm not with it. Dal,
I think you're right. Can you just bench Pinnock?
Yeah, I'd bench Pinnock.
I'd bench Pinnock, Gahey. It's a shame we can't see your team now as it is, because I think it'll be easier for our little brains to comprehend. But you don't really well set up, and I'm very jealous of Gross and De Bruyne and Foden. That midfield, to be fair, is just lovely. I was thinking about transferring in Gross this game week just for the Sheffield United
I
fixture.
feel growth.
Ooh, nice little Brighton pun there. But yeah, Dal, if that's a good enough answer, let us know. If not, send me a screenshot of your team on Twitter, and then we can figure it out. Az has got the sweats, delirious next steps. Yeah, I think we're at the delirious stage. Bless his heart. Prez has said, oh, this makes sense. So remove Trent and Ake from both sides. Your decision is basically Bernardo to KDB or Foden, or Bernardo, Solanke to KDB and Tony. Brentford's upcoming fixtures. What have they got? The thing is, I just feel like Tony is fixture proof, and I really like him.
Well, you can narrow it down even more than that. You can literally say, is Solanke to Tony worth a -4? Because you're going to do Bernardo to either KDB or Foden anyway. And then it's is Solanke to Tony worth a -4?
I'm stressed.
I'm
stressed and full up.
I just don't think it's worth it when you're going to want Solanke back in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's 2 transfers and a -4.
So would you say Bernardo to Foden or De Bruyne?
I think that's really tough. I just think both are so good this week. It's so hard to know which one's going to do better. I guess you go for De Bruyne.
Go big.
I guess you go big. Yeah, because I mean, there is a chance, isn't there, that Foden's stuck out on the right again if Walker doesn't play.
I wish Johnny was in the chat.
Yeah, well, he benched Foden, so he hasn't got a very good sense. I think you go KDB.
Oh, people, we're off.
I completely changed from what I said 10 minutes ago.
I mean, at the moment, we've got 72% for Trent and Silva to Ake and KDB.
Yeah.
The chat has spoken. We're a democracy here, guys.
That is a big majority.
Yeah. I mean, Praz has really reassured me here. He said, I was worried and checked how much protein in one nugget is 2.5 grams, so for 75 grams each total.
Thanks,
You're fine.
Danny Praz.
I was a little bit worried. Peter says, we had a charity competition to eat 100 nuggets, 15 of us, and only 2 did it. That's interesting.
These are really... I thought they were cold before. They're even colder now.
Are you struggling?
I've eaten 38 nuggets.
Harry says, do you think Brighton and Villa will concede? Because I don't know if I'll regret having Alex Moreno and Estupinian on my bench. I mean, the thing is, it will be very Brighton for them to concede, don't you think? And then Villa as well. It's a really tough one. I think I do really like Moreno as a choice, but I feel like Estupinian's probably got more attacking potential.
Oh, I don't know about that.
No?
It depends where Estupinian plays. Because he has been playing in a more reserve role until he got switched back to left back. And I just think he was better there. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him playing in more of a centre-back role. Moreno, will always attack. He's a massive outlet for them on the left. I just think Fulham and Sheffield United probably both score.
Yeah.
I'd play Estupinian purely because I don't think there's that much in it, but Sheffield United are a much worse team.
Yeah. I feel like also Sheffield United at the moment have got so much to play for. We might be a bit more attacking. In the game against Luton, I was absolutely convinced that Luton were going to dominate that, and then look how it went. Plus, it was Luton at home where they're a lot stronger.
Nugget 39.
Looks like Nuggets 1-0 as. He's on 39. He's doing okay. I'm not looking for. I'm quite enjoying the talking.
You've got. How many you got left? 7. Yeah, that's about how many I had.
I don't like this. Let's do jelly next time.
How much jelly do you reckon we could eat?
Loads. I think the jelly would get bored of us before we got bored of the jelly. Ashley says, gonna hold the triple captain and use on Solanke double game week 28. Just need to go different to try and win my mini league. I think that's fair enough. It's interesting. Let me know in the chat whether you focus more on overall rank or mini leagues. Since doing YouTube, I focus more on overall rank. But before, my mini leagues were like my main focus, and I've kind of annoyingly, I'm like, not to brag, dominating my mini leagues. The one against Andy, he is in my dust. He's 100 points behind. I'm having a great time, but I found it quite boring now.
You advertising Hub again?
Sorry?
You advertising Hub again?
Why?
Wasn't that their slogan?
What? Dominate your mini leagues? Oh my god, it's indoctrinated in me. But yeah, Andy's rubbish. No, he's not. He's coming back. Oh, Harry says, I'm not playing Alex Moreno or Stupini. I'm just wondering whether it's worth a bench boost. Garnacho and Areola also on my bench. I wouldn't say so.
People need to stop asking us about chips.
Because we're focused on nuggets.
It's all about triple captain this week.
Yeah.
You're not going to get a better chance. Just use it and tell them.
I can hear you breathing and it doesn't sound healthy.
One more and I've had 40.
Supero says, week 1 nuggets, week 2 jelly, week 3 Jaeger bombs. Yeah, I'm into it. Jaeger bombs, the only downside with them is I don't sleep very well. Jason focuses more on his mini league.
I can't do Jaeger bombs anymore.
You know what? I feel like now, because you've had comeback of the century, you've had green arrows and they've been massive. You've absolutely smashed it. Before that, did you then start... Because you talked to me a lot more about your mini leagues rather than your overall rank. Was that your focus? So now you've gone on back onto overall rank.
Do you know what this is like? You know that... You know that spicy wings thing that he does? When he asks some questions as they're eating hot sauce. And because they're so flustered with the sauce, they give him a better interview.
Is that why?
Well, yeah, I think that's the idea of it.
Oh my god, get your deepest and darkest secrets in Fraz.
Oh god.
Questions. We'll tell you anything.
Are you saying, is my rise up the ranks because I was more focused on mini leagues than overall rank?
No. Just did you focus on it a bit more?
No, not
You
really.
gave up with overall rank.
No, I didn't. I mean, I could have given up with overall rank. I never give up with overall rank, and I think it's a lesson for everyone. My awful season, it can always turn around. Like, you can just have 1 week where, honestly, all I had was 2 players really that week. I had Pedro scored, who was very lowly owned, and Watkins came in as a differential captain with 18 points. And that was enough to take me from 1.5 million to just over 650k, something like that. Like, that is a absolutely ridiculous rank rise, especially when lots of people have got similar teams. So it can always happen. It can always turn around really quickly. And yeah, I haven't. The only time I was close to giving up this season was when I sold Watkins for Darwin, and Watkins got the brace against Bournemouth, and Darwin got a blank. And probably like a yellow. Maybe didn't even start. I don't know. He got like 1 point in that game, and that is not quitting, but that's the most down I've ever been with FPL that day.
Apart from Real.
This is a strong second. Yeah. Well, luckily my team's in a decent situation. It's just not quite there. Monkey Man says, "What about a challenge with donuts?" Well, we did the cake. You were really disappointing that day because we arranged to go to that Battersea Power Station to do that cake challenge. And we got there and you went, nah, not doing it. And so I did it for both of us, and I managed 2 slices of cake, and then ruined their establishment. Could we do donuts? How many donuts do you reckon you could eat? 10 donuts. What, Krispy Kremes? You reckon you could eat 10 Krispy Kreme donuts?
No, it doesn't.
A dozen?
I did that when I passed my driving test. 8 dozen.
I couldn't eat a dozen Krispy Kremes. One of the most impressive things I've seen, my friend Kaz, we for my 21st birthday, we were in Kingston, and not Jamaica, Kingston, London. That'd be much more exciting. And there was a van, and they did a 72-ounce steak challenge. And,
this story's horrible.
And we went there and with Jack, and no one could basically no one could do it, but my friend Kaz did the most, and it was the chips. It's the English like things always with the chips. And he did it. He couldn't eat all the steak, but then afterwards he went and he bought 10 Krispy Kreme donuts and ate them all. And yeah, I've never been more impressed with anyone since then. But if you did a dozen after your driving test, that's not too bad. Superior says Luton had 75% possession versus Sheffield United. Yeah, I mean, no one saw that result coming, did they? I did not see Sheffield United beating Luton at home. So yeah, I mean, they had chances. Doty created a lot of chances. It was just a funny result. I wonder what's going to happen. Luton v Manchester United. That should be a tough game on paper for Man U. And then Sheffield United versus Brighton. Everyone's expecting us to win. I wonder if it's going to kind of carry on as it was last week.
How did you last time you played them?
Sheffield United. Was that the game we drew with them, or we narrowly?
It's always these ones that you think are going to be really straightforward, and they're just not.
We played them at home, and I think let me find out. I think we drew. That sounds like a very us result to draw with Sheffield United. We did draw, 1-1. There you go. And I think that was a late equaliser from what I remember. In that, that was a noise. How you feeling? As what you want about it? Someone eating 5 Big Macs on Black Box the other night.
I want to go home.
No, I mean, Mark and I were talking about the Planet FPL. I've been holding this nugget for like 10 minutes. We've got another box downstairs. Oh God. Yeah, I mean, Mark and I were talking about. Mark said straight away he couldn't eat 4 Big Macs. I thought I could until I did this.
Oh, I could.
You still think you could? Okay. Planet FPL. Join their Patreon. You can see what it is. Byro Spliffix says, was in the mood all last week because I accidentally bench boosted. I've been there. My brother came in the room and asked me what's up. And I said I didn't as. Oh, for God's sake. He gave me a look to say he knew exactly what I meant. Do you know what is amazing about... why are you looking up vegan burgers?
Because someone tweeted me. And I
Get over it.
I can't. Oh, Niall! I'm sorry. You will get back to this. Croissant challenge next. My mum said the other day, we stayed at my parents, And my mum was like, oh, I've got some croissants. How many do you both want? So I was like, how many do you want? And he said 3. And I laughed. And I was like, that's too many. And he went, I'm sorry, I don't know the size of these croissants. So I was like, I think you'll be fine with 2.
Croissant police.
My mum came out with 3 and they were like massive, weren't they?
Yeah.
They were like, I take it back, I'll just have 2.
They were nice though, to be fair.
Sorry.
No, I was just saying, it's been really interesting since I did that. And actually, Kieran's in the chat, FPL veteran, because he accidentally bench boosted. Yeah. So it was easily done. And I would say I've had 10 messages from people who have accidentally bench boosted over the last few years who've done similar to me. So it is not just me who's managed to do that. Dal says, can you look up my comment, please?
He might have tweeted me. Hold on.
What do you say? Yeah, Dal, we've replied to this. We told you. We've looked at your team. We went through your ID. Have a look. Did well.
Yeah, Dal, I think that's a great plan.
Superior says, can we get Yella's mum on the stream with some croissants? Do you reckon your mum would be up for a stream?
My mum would be like, no, and then she'd be like, hi guys.
Yeah.
No, she'd be like, did you know Yellen and Raz have done X, Y, and Z? And she's like embarrassed.
It's like at your brother's wedding, wasn't it? Because your brother was out in the States and she was quite sad because your brother's obviously moved out there and stuff, and so she was quite down. And then it flicks to the wedding and she's like right at the front, she's partying, she's got her hands in the air.
She was getting low on that dance floor.
She's being swung round by various members of the wedding. I've got to eat this nugget.
Oh, I'm struggling.
Right.
This is such a bad idea. Oh, I typed into Twitter accidental bench boost and we are not alone, mate.
No.
You know what? The craziest thing about that, because loads of people were like, oh, you did that on purpose, you knew it was activated, you're doing it for attention, which is hilarious considering how SHIT, as his season was, as if he was going to bench boost that week. Like, it was such a joke. You were so upset about it. You were in a really, really, like, sad mood. Like, it wasn't nice. And then everyone's like, oh, you're just doing it for attention, blah, blah, blah. But you posted your team on Blackbox with the bench boost active, and literally no one picked up on it.
Well, okay.
No, the best one was someone commented and said, bench boost is on, but as took it as, bench boost is on. Like, your team is so good, you should bench boost. And Nance was like, oh, as if I'd bench boost that.
I just remember reading that comment and thinking, how the hell is this bench boost on? It's just rubbish. And then it turns out my team actually... What was amazing was when I was 1.8 million in the world, that was after the 18 points from Simicast. So if I hadn't bench boosted in that week, my rank would have been like 3.5 million or something absolutely absurd.
Honestly, your comeback's been ridiculous.
Yeah.
Dal said, you've looked at my ID on screen. How did I miss this? Dal, I'm a bit offended.
We spent ages on it. We spent bloody ages on it.
Or obviously background noise. Superior says, need to get you to an I'm a Celeb this year, eating all manner of nuggets. I think I draw a line. I think I'd be quite good at the food challenges though. Mine don't matter.
Unless someone like, oh, you're eating a snail, you're vegan, you should be vegan.
I crush a snail. Actually, I don't crush snails. So if I see a snail on the pathway, I'll move him into the grass.
Yeah, that's nice. You know, that was a nice thing that I learned about you when we first got together, when you did that. I thought it was sweet.
You do it? Move a snail?
Yeah, we went out and you moved a snail. I thought it was quite sweet.
Great excuse for being late for work. Are you okay?
I don't know if I can do another 10. I've done 40. 40 nuggets is a lot of nuggets. How are you doing?
I feel a bit better.
Yeah, the burp help.
I'm going to be sad after this.
Yeah. You were sad after you did the 4 McChicken sandwiches.
I was quiet for about 12 hours.
Yeah.
I was not good.
Well, I was sad earlier because my Steam Deck arrived earlier today, which I've been very excited about.
Woo-hoo.
And one of the main things I wanted to do was play Zelda, like the old Zelda games on it. So I've been like messing around for hours trying to get this emulator working. Like 2.5 hours of my Friday. Couldn't get that working. And then I've come on here and eaten 40 nuggets and I feel absolutely awful. I've also found out I can't afford Tony next week if I get Kelleher. It's a rough old time.
I played Football Manager on the plane. I got too stressed.
You did one match. You did one match as Forest, drew 0-0, and was like, that was too stressful. Oh dear. Superior, imagine someone saying to Raz, you're on fire, and I was thinking, yeah, I'm really well, thanks. That's good.
That happened to my friend Imogen. Did I tell you about this? Let me finish this nugget, then I've got a story.
Wow. No one's even asking FPL questions. Oh, Alex Marmon is. Let's answer this one. Thoughts of my FPL team: Kaminsky, Doty, Reguilon, Van Dijk, bloody hell, Gabriel, Foden, KDB, Saka, Gordon, Adebayo, Haaland. Whew. I mean, there's no Liverpool attack, which would worry me. I definitely want to have one of Jota or Darwin, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but you've got Foden and KDB.
So do I.
Brag.
Watkins to Darwin? Is that not tempting? And bench Gordon?
I've got Watkins. I wouldn't recommend bringing him in. If I had that team, I don't think I'd risk it.
You mean Darwin?
Yeah.
I think you need a Liverpool attacker for this double. I would be tempted to do Watkins to Darwin, and
That's literally a 1 week pump. And
Yeah.
also subs. Watkins is on the bench.
Well, that's true. And then actually, when you come in, I mean, look at next. I mean, Alex, are you playing on free hitting next week? Because
There's a lot of blanks.
you've got Kaminsky, Doty, Van Dijk, Adebayo, Palmer. Oh, it's only five. It's only five out. I guess you have. If you're going to make a move, you have to bring in another 26 though, or you're going to have a hit. Yeah, I guess you just save.
Yeah, I wouldn't go for Darwin personally.
Yeah, it looks like she's going to be sick.
I think I might be. My story, this isn't interesting, but me and my friend Imogen were in Birmingham one night and we were walking up Broad Street, and it was just one of those nights where like guys keep shouting at you, and it was like, oh, and then this guy was like, you're on fire, and we were like, yeah, like we know. And then we were like sick of it. And then it turned out Imogen's hair was on fire. And he like ran over. We thought we were about to be mugged. And he just put out her hair.
How did her hair get set on fire?
She lit it with a cigarette, but she didn't realise.
Wow.
Yeah, it was so funny. Yeah, I'm not feeling well.
How many left in that box?
2. Shall I do 2 and then we're done?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I still haven't come to terms with what I'm doing with my team, and I just feel sick. This was
We've been doing this for 91 minutes.
This is such a terrible idea.
Yeah,
I also had a sushi platter for lunch.
Oh, God.
Wolfman, Alisson to Kaminsky for free and play Estupinian, or Porro to Gabriel and play Areola, or do both transfers for a hit. Alisson to Kaminsky for free, or Porro to Gabriel and play Areola. I mean, I don't hate Areola for this game week personally.
Are you? I mean, I don't know who your other goalkeeper. Oh, Areola. Yeah, I guess you get Kaminsky, don't you? Because then he's got the double again in 28.
Should we do we'll head off at 9:45, but for the final 10 minutes, if people want to send us their team IDs, and we can just go through some teams.
Yeah, sound good. I like that move though. Alisson to Kaminsky for free and play Stupinan. I like that.
Yeah. But if you are sending us your team IDs, last time we did it, we had quite a lot of just similar teams. So maybe if you send it, and then you might see someone has a similar team to yours. So
How are people going to know that other people submitting their IDs are going to have similar teams?
Patience. But who's going to be the first one to send their team ID? Should I send mine?
Ashley Curzon, Fleck and Saliba, Cash, Gabriel, Jota, Foden, Wright. I feel awful.
Can we give Ralph a nugget because he's crying?
That's a cop out.
All right, fine. I'll eat these, and the dog will starve.
Well, he's got 20 downstairs that he can have.
That's true.
Do your 2, and then we can end this. What do you think of that team? Rice is the kind of odd one out there, isn't he?
Rice, baby.
What do you think of Rice, baby?
I think it's overhyped from the last game week. I think it's good. But I wouldn't bring him in as an FPL.
He's on set pieces now, which is interesting. He got the assist for Saliba. And I mean, the goal he scored was unbelievable. That guy is... I've always not... I mean, I have always rated Rice.
Football
Obviously, he's been
Manager.
very good. Yeah, but my Football Manager story, I bought him for my Brighton team, Football Manager 2018, and he was crap. And I've always had a bit of a annoyance with him over that. Although I did also buy Maddison when I got promoted, and I paid him 150 grand a week, which was more than triple anyone else I paid in my team. And he was awful as well. But I still
That's
love him.
interesting.
Yeah.
I think if I had a better rank, Rice is one of those players. Rice or Trossard, I would happily bring in just for a bit of fun. But yeah, I really like that team. I think it's got a nice range.
Look at this, you're getting some super chats.
Thanks, guys.
Come in. That's really sweet. Yells is dying. I mean, we're both dying, so it's nice, to have some money to celebrate. The Dying. We'll answer the first one. Ken's Bromsgrove. Would you sell Porro or Gusto with second free transfer for Gabriel? Or would you roll and bench Porro for Gusto? Yeah, I mean, neither of them have got the game in 26, have they? So I guess it doesn't really matter. They've both got the game in 29 as well. Gusto has Brentford and then Newcastle. Not totally sure you're going to want to play him in those. Porro has Palace in 27. You might want to play Porro in 27. I think I'd probably sell Gusto out of the two. But it's money, isn't it? You can... Porro's a lot more expensive than Gusto is. Gusto's one of the cheapest players in the game.
Yeah, and I think it's full of surprises. I mean, look at this game week. Bench,
Right.
6 points. Well, your leg was going.
No, it
and
wasn't.
It was.
It wasn't. I was just moving.
I don't believe you.
I honestly thought it was a comforting hand on the knee.
No, it was
No.
stop. Stop banging. But yeah, no, I agree. Alex said, to answer your question, I plan to do one free transfer next week to guarantee a starting 11 for the next game week. Think about selling Palmer to do this.
That's what you need to do.
Yeah, and thank you so much for the £5 super chat, Alex.
That's why, and I've banged on about it this whole stream, but that's why I think bringing in that Arsenal defender is such a nice move.
Yeah.
Because you've got the Burnley game this week, and then you've got Newcastle at home. You've got attacking threat, they're the best defence in the league, and then you're building up a good defence.
So I'm obsessed with the fact that we're both like struggling to get words out.
Yeah, I mean Palmer to someone like Douglas Luiz, maybe with Villa's 2 games. But I mean Villa have got a decent run. There's not so many players around Palmer's price range. Garnacho. I mean, I got Garnacho in a few weeks ago.
I love the Garnacho Palmer.
Yeah, because I rate him. I'm so annoyed that I benched that. I knew that he had a game.
Your game week was insane that way. I don't think you can beat yourself up about that.
I,
It would have been gutted if you whatchamacallit, hadn't had so many returns in your team. But actually, that was one of the nicest weeks for you to have benched him.
Yeah,
but I do understand
still
as that
hurts.
differential.
Still hurts.
And when you looked at your rank,
I would have been 10 points behind the highest score of the week. Because I had a gaming rank of 30k. And if I played Garnacho as well, I would have probably been in the top 1,000, I think, for gaming ranks.
Rishi Patel has a team ID of 923. I can't breathe.
People are still watching. Have we actually managed to keep the audience? Surely not. We literally have 106.
Honestly,
Thank you everyone for watching.
It's great that we've got this Friday night, isn't it? All in together. This is very nicely set up for the double. Because you can just bring in a Superman for Porro. Who would you bench to bring in De Bruyne? I'd probably
Palmer, isn't it?
I was going to say I'm benching Palmer this game week. I think it's really nicely set up. What would you change anything?
De Bruyne in for Palmer. Well, I think you do Turner to Kelleher. I think you're in a similar situation to me. Your 11 looks really strong. You're going to be benching some players who've got potential. You've got enough players for 26. Turner to Kelleher is a luxury move, but it's a double game week, and you get a better keeper.
Oh wow, we've got an even higher team ID.
No 69 though, is it?
Jesus Christ. 92 points this game week. Oh, what a dream. Again, a Superman for Porro. Got the double Arsenal defence, which you will really like. Jose Bernardo, interesting. So, 2 free transfers. I have plenty of money for Salah or KDB, but not both. I would do Bernardo to KDB, easy.
I would pick KDB over Salah 100 times out of 100. I think there's a very strong chance KDB plays both in the double. I think there's a very low chance Salah starts both in the double.
Yeah.
And then KDB's got the extra game, 26.
Winner. KDB. Animations sent his team ID 21101. I used to work in a bank, fun fact, and I really enjoy typing on this little keyboard.
You used to work in a bank?
I used to work at RBS.
I did not know that.
Are you joking? RBS in Southend by the big roundabout. I used to work there.
I know that about you.
I was there for a year. Chargebacks.
Have you done all your nuggets? You've got one left.
Okay, you chat then. I'll finish this one.
So this is animations, is it? Animations, nice. Kaminsky's already in place. Valiola, Trent, Gabriel Doty.
Sorry.
Oh my god, that was loud.
That was comment.
Yeah, did you get jealous when Az flirts with Sam? Az does not flirt with Sam.
That's Sam,
Sam flirts with Az.
I send threatening messages to Sam.
Jota, Saka, Foden, Richarlison, Darwin, Haaland, Tony, Palmer on the bench. Ouch. Don't know who you would have probably played over him. I love that front three. Love the fact you've got Jota, Foden. I think you do Trent to Ake. Trent to Ake would be my move there. I don't think you need to do anything else. That gets you an extra player for 26, gets you another double game week player. You're well set up. Yeah, that'd be my move. Agree? Yep. Take a couple more. Oz Spike 2277. You alright?
No.
Dubravka in goal. Gabriel, Trent, Estupiñán. Very similar teams everyone's got, isn't it? Foden, Palmer, Saka, Gross, Son. Son's nice. Darwin, Haaland, Sleeper on the bench with Solanke as well. I think this is going to be another Kelleher one. Maybe you need to get rid of Trent. Trent to Ake.
Or play Saliba.
Yeah, play Saliba and then do Kelleher. West looks good though. It's a good team. This. I mean, you could do Son to Jota maybe. No. I think Trent to Ake. It was last year, wasn't it? Everyone were like Trent to Van Dijk. Now it's Trent to Ake.
And Jota.
30832 from Charlie Overton. Oh, Dan James just subscribed. Great show, guys.
Thanks, Dan.
I think it was a good hour and a bit, and then it.
Oh, now I'm dying.
Now
This is like, you know, when you're like 10 and you go to a sleepover and you're buzzing and it's 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
One of the worst hangovers I've ever had was purely from food. Me, Kaz and Ben went to McDonald's, Burger King, KFC. I just remember not sleeping. I was just in bed, just like staring at the ceiling, and it was like.
We need another Harlem Coben series to watch.
Yeah, we do. Right, Charlie. Dubravka and Areola. Yeah, this one we just looked at.
No.
Oh.
Okay, so you can bring in...
I've already got Ake and Trent,
Head of
Saka,
the
Palmer,
game.
Foden, Richarlison, Haaland, Watkins, Darwin. So Saliba can come in for Porro. That means you've just got to deal with Trent.
Who would you bring in, though?
Gomez. What do you do with Gomez? That's a tricky one. Oh, can we hit 100 likes? Come on, if you're watching this. We've had over 100 watching live. Give us a like if you've enjoyed it. We deserve it. We feel really bad.
Yeah, I was really confident.
Yeah, really bad. What would you do here? Need to make a defensive move, really, don't you? Doty looks a good pick. Who you haven't got him? Or maybe just get the other Arsenal defender.
I don't know. I'm not really a fan of either, to be honest.
No.
Although Doty has been pretty attacking.
Yeah.
It's really hard because I feel like the main ones are covered. Ake, Foden, Haaland.
I mean, you could.
And I'd probably just play Gordon.
You could do Trent to Trippier. Because he's got the game in 26
Yeah.
as well, and then a decent run.
I like that. Trent Trippier plays Saliba for Porro.
Yeah.
I don't like benching Gordon. Though.
No, but you sort of
Unless you bench Palmer.
I think you play Gordon over Watkins.
Oh.
With his home form.
Yeah, but he's playing up front. I don't know how he's gonna be.
Yep. We'll take 2 more and then we'll finish. Yeah, we'll take Greg Frost and we'll take Baseless.
Oh no, can we also take? Oh yeah, that was the one. Sorry, I was like the 2s. I like
1059.
1059.
Oh God, 60 points. I see a Kuna.
Yeah, but De Bruyne. Bench.
You've got De Bruyne, you've got Jota, you've got Haaland, you've got Darwin, you've got Foden. You're in a pretty good spot here, I think. Trent, Porro. I mean, De Bruyne comes in for Porro, and then you just got to deal with Trent.
How much money in the bank? Will that be at the bottom, or is that not?
Yeah, it should be.
0.9.
0.9. So just over $1 million.
Yeah, bring De Bruyne in for Porro.
Yeah.
I'd do Trent to Ake, personally.
Can't do.
Oh no, got
Free
triple.
City. I think you find a way to do Kuna to Tony.
Is there enough money? So
No.
downgrade Trent to someone.
Yeah, Trent,
And upgrade Kuna.
Trent to. I think you want to get a player who's got a game in 26 because you've got Darwin, Jota, Richard. Oh no, actually he's quite well set up for 26 as well. I think you maybe just take a punt on Doty. You do Trent to Doty and Kuna to Tony. That's what I do there.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, Tony.
And the final one is from Baseless. 22, 222. That's a nice team idea, isn't it? 222, 222. Martinez in goal. Stupiñán,
love
Trent,
Martinez.
Trippier.
Oh, De Bruyne, Walker. Foden.
No
Oh,
Haaland.
no Haaland.
No Haaland. Palmer, Saka. Oh, Foden captain with Haaland going off as well. Watkins, Hoyland, Tony.
Let's check the bank.
Oh,
Nothing.
I think this... Do you know what? I'm going to say it. I think this is a free hit.
Oh, my breath. I can't breathe.
No Liverpool players. No Haaland.
Yeah, attack this game week. Go Haaland, Bruyne, Foden. And then...
Because how are you going to get Haaland with that team?
Yeah, that's really... That would be at least -8.
Where's all your money?
Although, to be fair, Tony, double game week, is there?
Where's all the money in this team?
Will be Trent, Trippier, Saka.
Yeah, but this team looks similar to mine, and I've got Haaland. I feel like, basis. Let me. Have you already got Haaland? Because I feel like that's what your money must have gone on doing. Watkins to Haaland. They can't have done because you've got 3 City. Oh, this is a disaster.
Well, that's comforting, isn't it?
What would you do with this if you logged into your team and you had this? What would you do this week?
So I think you're looking at it very negatively because he's got Gross against Sheffield United, which I think is a really nice fixture. Tony for the double, then De Bruyne and Foden for the double, which is basically where your Haaland money's caught up, isn't it? Then Watkins set up for the future. And Saka and Palmer. I don't think it's absolutely...
No Liverpool attackers and no Haaland.
Yeah, stop. I'm trying to calm things down. It's so negative. I'm just saying, it's not the worst. It's not like it's full of Luton.
I would free hit.
Yeah, I think free hit would be fun for this team. And then at least it's set up well for next
It's
game
not
week
awful.
when they blank.
Well, that's true. Yeah, you
So-
are well set for 26. I'll give you that. With Tony in place and Hoyland.
And also, we can't get so focused on the one game week, even though it is a double.
Yeah.
Because Tony's there. Tony, De Bruyne and Foden. I think that is worth so much.
I like this comment. Music composer. Carlo from Wish, that's Hoyland. Yeah. Very nice. Right, let's go.
It's funny. Are you dying?
Yep, let's go collapse.
Oh no, he's sad. Well,
Oh.
thank you so much, everyone. Oh, Dow. Honestly, you are such a sweetheart. Sweetheart. Oh my god, my voice broke.
Wait, you spat everywhere.
Help me, I'm imploding.
Chicken's
really-
going to come in and punch you.
That's really sweet. Thank you, Dow. So, I'm not okay. I'm not okay. We failed. We failed our own challenge, which is so embarrassing.
We did 80 nuggets.
I'm gonna defend myself. I did go out for a big lunch with work.
This was your idea.
Yeah. Anywho, thank you so much for joining. Next one will be vegan because I just feel awful about the animals. I won't lie. I feel terrible. And I feel terrible because I've eaten too much. And I also feel terrible about my team. So I don't know if this was necessarily kind of the...
Are you going to go with the 79% that said to do that, or...? I
don't know. I mean, you know me, on deadline morning, I'm a different person. Probably won't talk to you until 11.
I don't know what I'm going to do either.
I'm
Like,
stressed.
I was all set to that Kelleher move, but now I'm worried about not being able to get Tony next week.
Yeah, but it was really nice to chat to you all, guys, and I do appreciate the input. So I think I have gone slightly off of transferring in Tony. So we will see where that lands me. Mr. Perry says, did Yelena mention about the lunch? I'm going to mention that forever because this challenge should be something I'm good at. And Niall says, to everyone, have a wonderful night. Feel better soon.
Yeah, thanks,
You
Niall.
too. Thank you, Niall. Very much appreciate it. Dal says, how about 100 Yorkshire puddings next time? I'd do that on a Sunday roast anyway. I love a Yorkshire pudding.
They're quite thick, aren't they?
Drown it in gravy.
I can do 100. I can do 50. No Yorkshire puddings.
Bury me in a Yorkshire pudding. But thank you so much, everyone, for watching and for spending your Friday night with us. It is highly appreciated. We will see you in a deadline stream, probably not too far away. But we will not be eating for that one.
Absolutely not.
So I think we're going to have to think seriously about the next food challenge because this one was out of our reach, sadly. But thank you so much for joining. Good luck for this upcoming game week and we will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.
See ya.